Hello, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for today's match. And well, I'm gonna start with game 1 from a series of best out of 3 picked up from Assembly Winter 2011, that big event that occurred in Finland, I think a couple of weeks ago, not longer than that. I've been keeping some replay files on the side and taking a look around to see if anyone picks up the replays. Well, there hasn't been that many replays being shoutcasted from this event, and there's actually some cool matchups, especially the ones where you have people that play on different servers matching against each other. It's always interesting to see their play styles because, well, usually it's face-offs that you don't see that frequently, based on the fact that, well, they live very far away from each other and they don't play on the same ladder and don't attend to the same tournaments. So actually have all of them meeting on this international big event is always cool. So this best out of 3 is one of those cases. It's a matchup here between this blue Protoss, LiquidTyler, as you guys know, also known as Nony, member of Team Liquid, American player, very solid Protoss player, one of the finest, also a BroodWar veteran, and one of the few that actually went to try his luck in Korea, by the way, back in the day, obviously, on BroodWar. And he's going to be facing against another BroodWar veteran, and this time we're going to have here the Green Terran mouzStrelok, member of Team mouzSports from Ukraine, another of the Ukraine superstars that keep popping on Starcraft 2. There's a lot of solid players coming from there. And well, Strelok is another example. Like I was just mentioning, he is a BroodWar veteran, he played BroodWar for quite a while, was fairly well recognized on the European scene, quite a solid player. So I'm hoping for a nice match to come out of this this best out of 3, a nice series, based on the fact that we're gonna have here two very solid players that actually don't meet up that frequently. I had a lot of trouble finding some videos from Strelok. I guess I'm gonna have to research a bit further or find out if there's any hidden somewhere on some website, but for now I'm just providing the photos. It's the best I can do, I guess. And well, as you can see, they're just starting their openings. There's not much going on. Here on Nony's side, on Tyler's side, he went for the standard opening from what I can see, gateway into cybernetics core, getting the first zealots out, and his opponent here, Strelok, actually waiting for a nice positioning here. The first racks really close to the refinery, and it's basically walling off his mineral line. At least the access here on this side won't be doable, it won't be possible. And well, still will be available for a RAS if Tyler decides to go for really fast and strong pushes early on in the game. But for now it's fine. I guess he's just making sure he's going to have some way of defending, or at least delaying the movement of his opponent if he attempts to enter the mineral line. Taking a peek at Nony's base, so everything there was to be seen at the moment, and there's not much, as you can see. Both gas going, cyber core and gateway already coming out with the warp gate technology, and notice this detail is already getting some sentries out after that first zealot. Not sure what unit is going to keep going for. Apparently it's going to be more zealots. While on Strelok's side, getting ready for an expand. Whoa, fairly quick expand. He attached the tech lab here, already getting the concussive shells, so we're going to have marauders coming out soon enough. The first one is there already. I think it's the first one, let me look. No, second one, I'm sorry. It's already out. And well, basically for now he's just committing himself to getting an expansion fast enough. He doesn't have that many production buildings, and just trying to get probably his natural expo established to start making a Terran 2 base play quite solid and strong, obviously, unless Tyler decides to do something about it, but I don't think, at least it doesn't seem the case. He's just establishing his game, as you can see, 3 gateway play, also placing a lot of pylons here on this top corner of his main base, the north corner, making sure that he won't be caught by surprise by any drop or any kind of medevac drop or a RAS on that corner. These pylons will be used obviously as motion detectors. They're going to be able to establish a perimeter and make sure that Nony will be able to spot the units soon enough, or at least fast enough for him to react and defend. But attending to the fact that these ones are really on the top corner, he might consider getting some secret tech here. It's an option, as you might imagine, and the base is big enough for to allow Strelok to make a scan, and if he makes the scan right on top of the main base, he won't be able to take a peek at what's going on there on the top of the base from Nony. So let's wait and see if he builds any secret tech there. Meanwhile, on Strelok's side, two racks play, one with tech, another one with the reactor, and now went for the factory and starport. So fairly mixed, though he committed himself to the first two, the racks first, both racks. So I would say that he's gonna get a fairly big bio ball. SCV just taking a look, saw the expo, knows that Nony is going for it. I'm not sure if he's going to attempt to enter the main base. Apparently yes. Well, I don't predict a very long life for this SCV yet. Killed. And meanwhile, Nony going for two forges. Whoa, like usually they say on GSL taste list, double forge all the way. On this situation here, kind of interesting. I guess he's going to commit himself to a lot of upgrades and just get his units as powerful as possible. So if he clashes into even matchups in numbers, it will be the quality of the upgrades that will probably have the final decision on who wins that battle. Tyler flying around with his observer. I think he already looked everything that is available on Strelok's base. Let's take a look here on the upper side. There's not much for him to see anyway, and he saw all the production facilities here, so he is aware of which way Strelok is going for. And meanwhile, both players establishing their econ game. Two base play for both of them at the moment. Strelok already has a lot of SCVs and mules going on here and now picking up both gas, while on Tyler's side, well, he also has plenty of probes. So they're both committing themselves to fairly strong macro game for now, and apparently there's not going to be much of an aggression mood, at least on these early stages of the match, maybe later on, and they basically reinforcing and piling up the units to make sure they have enough to defend against any kind of aggression that their opponent might throw at them. Oh, incoming a medivac. I think this medivac is going to drop here, yes, but instantly countered by Tyler's stalkers, shooting down that couple of marines and forcing Strelok to pull back, pick up all of his units once again on the medivac and drop them downstairs. And now Nony noticed that there's a movement here on this north side of his main base and decided to push, making sure he's gonna have enough units to just shove away this small ball, small M&M ball that Strelok assembled there. So everything is fine for now on Tyler land, and Strelok just trying to replenish his units. Still a fairly small ball. Let's take a look at the armies. Yeah, they're still fairly close. 82, 88. Unit composition, as you can see, Strelok is going really serious about his M&M play. There's nothing else going on. No mech commitment, at least not for now. And he is gonna flank all the way through this corridor. And, well, he's gonna find that the place is walled off, so I guess he's gonna have to shoot those two pylons, but obviously warning his opponent that he is there and he's just trying to break in to the natural expo from Nony, so might not be very successful. Destroyed both of those pylons and pulled back instantly. He actually had Nony just he had him supply locked for just a couple of seconds there, so not very good, just delaying the progress from Nony a little bit. And incoming, Nony, as you guys can see on the production tab, is just committing himself to a lot of upgrades, getting the Zealot legs, getting all the +1 and already now on +2, as you can see, so going really strong on the upgrades, chrono boosting upgrades out. So I think his plan is just, I'm gonna stick myself with some lower tier units, but they're gonna be just hell of a power and they're gonna trample over my opponent. Not sure if it's gonna work or not. Keep in mind that Strelok also been taking care of his upgrades and now getting a very useful counter against Protoss play, the Ghost Academy, and as you guys know, the Ghosts with that beautiful EMP shield just makes wonders against Protoss shields, so might be the tipping factor on favor, tipping the scale in favor of Strelok on this matchup. We're gonna have to wait and see for the clash and the final matchup, final battle on this game, but those Ghosts are quite dangerous against Protoss units. Also another unit that it's quite useful, especially when your opponent, the Protoss player, goes very heavy on the Stalker number. It's obviously the Raven with the point defense drone, but I still haven't seen any yet, so I'm just waiting. This Medivac attempted some drops there, as you guys saw, and they even tried to snipe one of those forges, as you could follow on the picture-in-picture screen. But, well, for now it's just hanging there. There's a pylon. This pylon probably will be able to detect motion if this Medivac decides to get pulled back once again, and apparently that's what he's planning on doing. But noticing the pylon, obviously is going to drop and destroy it. It's far away from being supply locked this time, so Nony is fine. He's just keeping tabs on the movement from this Medivac and making sure he's gonna know when he's gonna move once again and be able to defend it. Incoming a small group from Stalkers from Tyler. He's been committing to the upgrades like I already mentioned, so we already have 2 Stalkers, as you can see there on the upgrades. And now with the Robo Facility and the Robotics Bay, cranking out some Colossus. For now, a single one. Ooh, notice that Strelok has been mustering up his army a lot more, 163 against 150 now, so I guess that Nony is just falling a bit behind. Unit composition, 10 Stalkers, 4 Sentries, 2 Colossi, 27 Marines, 3 Ghosts, Medivacs, and a lot of Marauders as well, 28 there. So, straight bio for Strelok, no mech whatsoever, he's not worried about it, while Nony gets his Nexus on the rich mineral field and keeps progressing on his econ game. Still fairly balanced for both sides, though Nony, Tyler is leading the way on the harvester count, not by many, but still it's 5 difference, and this shows on the economy obviously. But apparently he's just stabilizing his game, getting all his forces on this forward position, making sure that if there's any attempt to destroy this Nexus that he's trying to place on the rich mineral field, he will be able to defend it, while Strelok doing exactly the same, but look at the amount of bio that he has here. And now placing his command center on the rich mineral field, and both players playing out of 3 bases since now, with that factory keeping tabs on the movements here, all those shields up, and incoming a big clash, big face off, all those Colossi trying to chew through that Marine Marauder ball. The Stalkers backing it up, looks fairly close for now. There's a lot of Medivacs healing up the units on the ground, and this might tip this battle in favor of Strelok. Still not sure, it's still quite close, sniping all of the Colossi, 3 Colossi down. There's not much left from that Stalker group that Nony sent here, and Strelok shoving it away, making the final defense. Nice move here. There wasn't enough forces from Nony to actually finish off the forces that Strelok established close to his rich mineral field, and Strelok defended, so well defended by Strelok here. Now with the planetary fortress reinforcing it, any battle around this area will be complicated for Nony. He needs to be aware of that and probably try to get his game moved onto probably the far right side or the far left, and avoid the blasts from that planetary fortress. Always need to be careful. Also, you know that SCVs tend to repair that thing really fast, so he needs to be aware of that and just keep an eye for it. So once again, Nony mustering up his army. Let's take a look at the army count now, 124, 128, so was a fairly even trade-off here. Both players still have plenty of defenses. Taking a look at the main base, as you can see, there it is to get even more upgrades, or Thors, who knows. You have here the armory. There's not much getting built on the main base. Also now on the Expo you still have the Ghost Academy there, and now a lot of racks getting built, and the command center to grab the 4th base, getting prepared for Strelok. Probably gonna fly it over this area here and establish the 4th base. At least that's what makes sense at the moment currently for me, with Tyler doing exactly the same and getting a Nexus. So 4 versus 4 bases. This is starting to look like we're gonna have maxed out armies just clashing against each other soon enough. And incoming the forces from Strelok, flanking on the right side, not risking going into that rich mineral field. Probably Strelok is aware of the fact that Tyler has most of his defenses just stacking here, and it would be a huge carnage, kind of a complicated battle, and both players keep slowly growing their armies, heading towards 200, so soon enough we're gonna have maxed out armies clashing here, while apparently he's preparing a drop into the main base, and whoa, fairly big drop here. He's gonna make a 2-pronged attack. I think I'm gonna follow this on the picture-in-picture screen, not sure. Yeah, it's gonna be a big clash on the rich mineral field. You guys can follow the other one on the pip, and incoming a lot of charge lots trying to slice and dice the forces from Strelok, but Strelok pulled back while he has that small force assaulting on the main base, and already sniped both of those forge, and Tyler decided not to pull back and help defend his bases. He's gonna keep pushing ahead, advancing. Ooh, nice EMPs, taking a lot of shields there, and now a massive clash ensuing here on the rich mineral field from Strelok. Lots of Colossi melting down most of the units from Strelok. Strelok being forced to pull back. Now Planetary Fortress helping out on this assault. Those Colossi trying to be kept safe on the back of the line and just allowing the Stalkers to lead the charge and take the blasts from the Planetary Fortress. Notice how he's trying to get that Planetary Fortress down, but no chance absolutely whatsoever with that amount of SCVs just trying to repair it as fast as possible. Tyler just had to give up and advances into the natural expo and main base from Strelok. And what a mess we have here, because meanwhile on the picture-in-picture screen you guys can see that that drop from Strelok is still roaming around, already destroyed completely the main base from Tyler, and now he's heading into the natural expo, keep shooting everything that moves, while Tyler on this side is focusing his fire on the production facilities from Strelok, trying to put down as many barracks as possible. Strelok on this match went very heavy on the M&M on the bio, and just has so many barracks placed all over the place, all over his bases. Another Marauder just pop out of that barracks, got instantly killed, and there goes this main base from Strelok getting destroyed. So basically we're having a base trade, but on Strelok's side, that assault with that drop that he did with 2 Medivacs loaded with units is just finally getting thwarted, getting grinded down, and there's not much left of it. So we have Tyler leading the charge now, still plenty of units to wreak havoc on the buildings and the bases from Strelok, but Strelok doesn't have much left, as you guys can see. So we have Tyler here just focusing his fire on the buildings on the natural expo. One single bunker with 2 Marauders there trying to put away this big group of units here from Tyler, and finally what's left of the forces from Tyler showing up here. It's not much anyway, it's just 3 Marauders. Keep in mind there's plenty of upgrades on every of these units, as you can take a look here. 2-3 for those Stalkers. The Marauders are 1-2 as well, so plenty of upgrades on both sides, and they're trying to just destroy as much as possible from each other's bases. But with Strelok being forced to just take what was left of his units, and his drop on the main base not being as successful as he expected, he just has to GG out of the match, and Tyler takes game 1. 1-0 for Tyler. I guess his decision to just not pull back and defend, and actually go forward and just apply the pressure, worked on this situation. Kind of a bold and risky move, obviously, we know that, but well, it paid off on this match and Tyler took the final victory. But still not very easy to take decisions like this when you see your main base getting completely wrecked. Still plenty of production facilities here, and he was able to just try to rebuild and muster up his army, and he had plenty of units there on the top, as you guys saw, grinding down all the buildings from Strelok, and Strelok just got to the point where he didn't have anything to defend. He was just pulling SCVs out of the rich mineral field to help out defend, and he was just seeing all these buildings getting destroyed. So GG. And well, let's go for game 2. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. See y'all later.